There. Welcome, everybody. I'm in the fellowship hall. Hey, it's Pastor Steve Meldy of Christ Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona. Welcome to another edition of Faith-Filled Friday. I try to come online at noon on Fridays just to give a little inspiration, a little challenge, just a little kind of checking in. I am here today in front of the clock because last night I didn't sleep so well. Oh, just nothing new for me. But I woke up in the middle of the night, kind of panicked about some work stuff that I was doing and some other things that are going on. And the copier at work wasn't working right here in the church. And actually right now the copier person is in there trying to get it fixed and get it running right. And it's a new copier. It should work perfectly, right? But it didn't. And I don't know. I was all afluster and woke up dreaming, thinking about all of that, and then, of course, couldn't get back to sleep. I looked at the clock in my bedroom, and it was 3:33. Love that. Now, usually for me, it's 2:22. And over the years, I have just sort of allowed myself to sense that somehow because of all those numbers repeating that God was talking to me but it was 3:33. Now, you know I'm a Christian. And you know I'm a good Protestant Christian. And you know I'm a Trinitarian Christian, believing in God, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, the Creator, Redeemer, Sustainer. And it caught me right away. And I thought to myself, in the midst of the chaos, there's a reminder of God's Trinitarian relationship with me, the multiple ways that God reveals God's self to me just to let me know that God is with me. And right there in that moment, right there in the frustration of waking up and the anxiety, and I remembered that God was with me. And that God was creating ways for me to experience God's presence. Now, I don't know if God intentionally woke me up and made me look at the clock at 3:33. But what I do know is that as a Christian, I look for things that will connect me to God, signs that might connect me to God, and I'll take it. 3:33, the Trinity. Three times. How awesome is that? And if you add 3 plus 3 plus 3, you get 9, which is my favorite number because I'm the 9th child in my family. And I took a breath. And I remembered that God was with me. And I allowed myself to just relax. The copier was still a pain. It was even this morning when I came in and it wouldn't work. That's why the copier person's here working now. The chaos didn't go away. But just for a minute, 3:33 reminded me that God was with me. And it was so impactful that I can't help but share it with you now. And I can't help but think there are all kinds of signs and ways of noticing God's presence in our lives. And sometimes if we'll just look and notice and remember that God is with us, Emmanuel, that's who Jesus is. Then in the midst of the chaos, we find a way to breathe and refocus and get through. And so when I got to the office and the copier wasn't working and the chaos increased, I took a breath. I remembered 3:33, called the copier company, I sent a person out. It's going to be fine. I know that not all of life works out that easily. But just a moment of breathing and remembering God's presence with us no matter what changes the way I face the chaos. I hope it will for you too. I hope there's some sort of sign that you get. 3:33 a.m. Sometimes I actually look forward to it. Watch for those signs. God's with us, right in the midst of the chaos. And when we breathe that presence of God, we'll find a way through the chaos. Grace and peace to us all. Steve Meldy from Christ Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona. Hope you'll join us Sunday for worship. Take care, everybody.